The Kabbalistic understanding, appreciation of the pineal body in DMT is based upon the principle of Adam Elyon, supernal man. We're made in the image of a higher dimensional reality. We are male and female because the divine has masculine and feminine elements to it. All reality, the Kabbalah teaches, is polarized. Everything comes in polarity without exception. And everything, therefore, is feminine energy and masculine energy. When we pray to God, the divine, we, all men, are essentially feminine, whereas then the Creator is the masculine polarity. The purpose of prayer is actually simply to generate this polarity through stimulation by expressing our needs and actualizing in our mind and our heart. We are creating a force of stimulation, which in the Kabbalah is called Mayim Nukbin, female waters, female current, female stimulation relative to the masculine polarity, which in this case is the Creator. We're trying to create as it were, a spark. To create a spark, we need two terminals. The human is the one, the divine is the other. The divine cannot fulfill its function without its corresponding polarity. Within our own bodies, we have masculine and feminine polarity. And what this map does in part is simply to indicate to us that relative to the head, for example, the base of the head is the negative polarity, and then the top of the head, the forehead, becomes the positive polarity, and we create a relationship, a source of stimulation. And once we get that stimulation going, then we enter, according to the sages, the secret city of Luz, the city of light. It is there that we are then able to access esoteric information, the secrets of creation, the secrets of the universe. It can, however, only be revealed by one being in touch with one's masculine and feminine. We are made in the image of God. There is no part of us that is not functioning through a polarized relationship of feminine and masculine. Whether it's in the head, whether it's in the whole body, whether it's between a man and a woman, whether it's between a man and God, and between a man and a woman and God. The Kabbalah and the Torah teaches that one of the deepest mystical experiences a human being can attain is when a couple directs their consciousness and takes their intimacy and their sexual pleasure and ecstasy and directs it back to the divine, recognizing that they are but a terminal. Both the man and the woman in that moment become the negative polarity. The divine becomes the positive polarity. And instead of taking all of that energy for ourselves to let it pass through us and direct it back, we actually, through this process, become a part of the redemption process of, this is true tikkun ha'olam, the rectification of the world. We actually then become an equal partner with the Creator in the creation process and in its final redemption to bring us back to a higher original primordial state of consciousness. And thus, what we have here in the map to the city of Luz, that we have the masculine and feminine polarity being depicted here, showing the route, the pathways that it takes internally within us. This can be utilized during prayer. This can be utilized during meditation. This can be utilized individually. This can be utilized as a couple. This is the primal, according to the Kabbalah, this is the primal template upon which all reality, macro and micro, is functioning. This pattern is replicating itself throughout creation. And in fact, this pattern is none other than simply a pictorial, a graphic representation of the sacred name formula of God, the Tetragrammaton, Yud He Vav He. It's the masculine and feminine forces that are coming together. This then becomes a doorway, a gate into higher dimensionality, into higher states of consciousness, to true enlightenment. This is to follow the path of Jacob, the patriarch. In his great visionary dream, when he entered into the secret city of Luz, he made a connection that had been broken. He reunited the circuits that had been broken, as it were, from the time of the fall and the collapse of higher dimensional consciousness of Adam and Eve. Jacob was not just having a dream. He knew what he was doing consciously. He was using the dreamlike state in order to enter into the parallel dimension here of higher consciousness. He was rectifying that which had been ripped asunder. He then set the precedent, literally the prototype, for all of us as human beings to follow in those footsteps. He gave us the clues, the methodology of how to reenact, albeit on a microcosmic level, albeit on a fractaled level, to reenact his encounter with the divine. Jacob saw the face of God. Jacob became the face of God. And each one of us has that ability to reenact Jacob's journey from Beersheba to the city of Luz.